YouTube, Twitch. Did Walmart go up higher? I looked at that. Oh, shoot. All right. Not that. Loop, how many days a week do you typically trade futures? At least right now it's 3 days a week for 2 weeks, and then 2 days a week for that third week. I'm in paramedic school right now, so my class is on every 1 unit day. So if I have, and I don't trade Fridays typically. So if I have class, I obviously don't trade, and then I trade every other day. JR got stuck in a meeting, was planning to go long on Walmart at open. Yeah, I wouldn't have done it going open, but definitely over 87.75 is your trigger long for quarter. You have the full time frame continuity now, so that is looking very nice. Emp said Costco 3-bar long on the day. Yeah. All righty. Let's go ahead and get started. First off, I want to see how far we are from yesterday's close. Oh, wait, no, it's gap up. Whoops. From yesterday's close, we're down 3%. Prop from rule is 5%. So if I were everybody, I would mark out each level here. So it's going to be Coordinates 18,443. Spot. Let's call it 75. Why does that look so much lower than this looks? Okay, so it's not 443. It's 618.75. Okay, so that's your I cannot trade below this. Cannot trade below 5% limit rule. Okay. Do the same thing on ES here. That is 538825. So throw that on. Coordinates 5388.25. CL is already there, but for the sake of showing you the 5%, this is 67.64. Yep. And then text, cannot trade. And then last one that I trade is gold, which gold is actually going to be a little ways away from it, but it's actually a crazy outside bar already today. Call it there. 2989.3. Okay. I will send these out in the bot so that everybody has these levels. Like I said, just be careful not to trade there. FT notes. Okay. Should be pretty clear there on, like, for example, cannot trade CL right now. So looking red now on the day. Let's get back into the day trading mindset here. We still have a ways to go. That's 120 points on ES, but only 300 points on CL NQ. Certainly looking short. Probably going to be looking at options puts. Let's look through my active swingers. Good, good. Not good. Flat, bad. We do have NFP tomorrow. Oh, I don't know why Delta's not in here. Oh, that's good for you, fella. So trims there, gonna have to limit 118. I'm actually gonna try for 120. Actually, I'll address these first. Swing out. Oxy PG. There's 120. Kind of tempted to let PG run for now. It only saw a dip down to 30s, 39. It's up 48 right now, limit. Oxy's dead. See you later. Bristol Myers is flat, I believe. Yeah. So just stuck still between this trigger and stop loss. PCG, decent day yesterday, but still just been flat for almost 2 weeks, or sorry, 3 weeks now. KMI kind of playing with profits there too, but not enough playing with profits to let me just roll with it forever. So keeping a close eye on that. But yeah, PG is the only one that I might close Bristol Myers if we get an outside bar, but speaking of outside bar, this is why I don't close on triggers, because it very well could just be a wick, and then look how this 3-bar candle closed. A complete hammer went up to trigger, just didn't, it swept this liquidity side too. So it's just stuck between liquidity zones. PG's the dead one. Yeah, the drawdown's not horrible for what, I mean, it's down 50%, something like 60%. Oh my, the spread is also trash. That's why it doesn't look that bad. Holy smokes, a 40-cent spread. Yeah, so I mean, it's not even worth limiting out right now. Trim delta. What was that? 5, 7, 516, 35 puts. All right, let me check chats here. Good morning. I can't see because of streamer mode. Option contracts cost a card note today. Honestly, let me look at what SPY is. I haven't even looked at that. But it makes sense. The huge spike in volatility overnight. Yeah, if these are crazy, then I'm probably a little less likely to trade, unless it's a little further out of the money. But then you're talking IV crush. Oh, they're not. They are bad, but they're not horrible. Like 4 strikes out of the money is usually $1. These are $1.70. I don't know. I guess they are pretty bad still. Could be seeing a bounce here. Might have some SMT divergence. NQ going higher, ES going lower, but not quite able to break its low. I'd be looking for longs here. I might give this a stab on ES. I'm going to in at 90.75, probably a 20-point stop. Yeah, 10.75. Oh, my alert is messing up again. Typing too quick. 5490.75, 20 points. Dante, do you go off the news numbers today? ISM server? No, I don't really look at numbers, to be honest. I just look at how the market reacts to the numbers. All right, I'm going to trail stops up to current 1 minute high. After I can get my price countdown. There we go. Not loving this. Probably for obvious reasons. So stops up to current 1 minute high for a tiny loss. 2 points if hits. 2.25 points. Gonna trail again. So 1 point loss now if hit. Up 3 points. So risking 1 point to make 10. I like those. Gonna take some points off here at 5, just in case it does wick. It looks like it's gonna go to 10, but I'm gonna take some off at 5. That limit's gonna come close anyway. $10 hit. Not sure if I'm ready to go short options, or at least not SPY. I'll probably look for one of these lagging of the Mag 7. Look how wide this orb is, though. Holy smokes. Stop loss up to break even on actually 50 cents in profit. Yes. I actually kind of hope that I get stopped out because this long looks like it has a lot of room to the upside. But I'd be going long on NQ. PG coming back nicely. All right, stopped out and ES. Stutter boy. It's going to be wider than 50 points, I can tell you that much. I'm taking it 30. Stops are, 75 points. So 37.5 would be first trim if I want to keep it consistent. So 67.50. The reason I want to do a half R, number one, other than these candles are, what are we at right now? About 30 points wide. This one, previous candle was about 35 points wide, 30 points. So other than that, I want to capture profits without getting wicked out as a stop loss. I also want to keep my risk to reward pretty solid. So me trimming at half R is me risking half R of profit to make another half R. If you don't know what R is, it's your risk multiplier. So if I'm risking 75 points, that is my risk. So if I'm risking 37.5 points of profit to make 37.5 points, that's a 1-to-1 risk to reward. If I don't move my stop loss up, I'm risking 37.5 points, or I'm risking, 75 plus 37.5 points, so 112.5 points to make 37.5. So you see how that's pretty lopsided in one direction. So generally speaking, I try to get, break even, risk free pretty quick, especially on days like this with volatility, but in general. And then from there, I'm trying to keep a one risk to reward. So after it hits 1R, I'm not going to pull up my stops anymore. I'm just going to risk 1R of profits to make another 1R. And then after it hits 2R, I'm going to risk 2R of profits to make another 2R. Hopefully that makes sense. Watching this 5-minute close. Finger on the X. Just seeing if this 5-minute wick from 1010 is going to hold this up or not. See what the mag's doing. SPY NQ kind of failing to make a new low here. SPY dipping below. Apple pulling it up. One sec. I'm just gonna keep the stops where they're at. So risking a full 1R here. I was thinking about pulling it up and getting out at this failed 2 up, 2 down rev, but I just think if it's gonna go lower, then I can flip. But minute and a half left on this 5-minute candle. I definitely don't want to keep going back and forth on futures here from long to short, from long to short. So if I get stopped out here, I might put a time clock on myself to not enter in anything for a short bit. Stops are right here at 55. I still, obviously my entry is not very favorable. Here's 2 points away from stops. If it gets any, I'm going to take stops off if it gets close, just for that end of minute wick, but then I'll enter. Okay, stay in there. I just didn't want to be wicked out there. I was willing to take it off just for a second in case that last 5 minute did like a crazy wick down and then grab liquidity, go back up. New fiver, so I'll lose if this goes 2 down. If this goes 2 up, that'd be super ideal. There it goes. Right back to break even. That's crazy. So now I'm kind of looking at where I can go long. Amazon, Tesla. Just watching still. Dream on. Getting a little bit wiki here. Inside bar here, still on the 5. Probably just going to let this one go. I think it's pretty low risk, high reward because I think that the reward here is that we gap fill all the way up to almost 1,000 points. Do I think that I'm going to make 1,000 points today? Pretty unlikely. But I'm only risking 75 points. Even if I stretch it to low of day, that's only about 100 points to fill this any part of this gap, which starts at 400 points away. I might even stretch my first TP to 1R or maybe 100 points and stop loss 100 points. It's honestly not that far away from where I have it set. CL still limit down. I think I'm going to keep stops where they're at for now. If it gets back to entry, then I'll reconsider. But actually, I'd be more tempted to add size if we're going to go up and then just trail stops. But I don't know. I'd have to trail up to add another 25 points of stop. And it's only going to cover me one more wick. So I think I'm good where I'm at. Just see what happens here. All I can control are the entries. The outcome is out of my hands. Ooh, Amazon short. I missed that. What I could do is get some puts across the board just in case my futures stop out. I still get some profit to the downside, but I'm actually kind of eyeing Tesla here. Tesla. Holy expensive. What are my targets here? 256, 250. I'm going for it. Tesla 250, 177. Why is it doing that? All right. Stopped out NQ. I'm willing to get back in if it uses this as liquidity. I'm gonna get this 2-2 rev if that's what happens here. Sell or buy stop 903.50. Stops would be about 50 points. Taking a low risk short here, 52. Hey man, debating whether or not to send this or not. Oh, I'm just torn between both sides. I can long and fill this gap from yesterday's close, and part of me wants to go with the trend from yesterday's close. No, I'm saying like fill the gap from overnight on NQ. Yeah, it's like 1,000 points almost. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I got out of those shorts on it, but I still have Tesla puts. That's all I have exposed to the short side. Oh, almost as bad as last Friday. Are we worse than last Friday? 1040. Oh yeah, way worse than last Friday. Shoot, my numbers were off on these calculations for the prop firms. We actually are very close to the 770 is the level. I took it off of the low and it's the high. So on prop firms, you can't trade if it gaps below a certain percentage, like 2% between a limit. Almost all of them, I think, but Top Step specifically. Yeah, it just, I think it's a liquidity issue because I think the breaker is at 7%. It's so, well, it's because it's so rare that it happens that it's not really, I wouldn't even say it's an issue. It's just so rare that it happens. And correct. Fifth, right. 54, 26, 25. Yeah, I can trade oil or gold for a while. Oil I can't. Yeah. Tesla 2.0. 2.0. She's still going. Three thousand 6.8. 68.11. D Jabril, what's your target on Tesla puts? Generally, when I'm buying options, I'm trying to get them in the money. That sounded really sarcastic, but I'm not. But yeah, it's first TP, or like the ultimate target is that 250s, but that is yesterday's low. But yeah, I got to fill gaps, and then weekly low is going to come first, 256. Yeah, gap is 260. Yeah, I'm already in. Up 2.15 from 1.77, 20%. I wish we both could stream paper on this. Hot. Feeling hot. Gonna take some 2.25 here, Tesla. What is this white dashed line? Oh, gap. So remind me, your gap is end of session, aftermarket session. Right. So you're seeing 267 down to 260 is the gap for Tesla. Right. Right. All right. NQ is at its 5% limit. So if you're trading on prop firms that have a limit, do not trade that. I can only think of one day last year that had a 5% limit day. It's so rare. But let me look at here. It's still pretty liquid. KEK, yes, you can trade above that level, the 5% level. You just can't trade under it. So it's a gap up or down. So you can trade plus or minus 5%. So like right now you can trade ES, obviously do your own calculations because my first one was wrong. But by my calculations, you can trade ES right now until it hits 54.26. You can't trade CL. You can trade gold. You can trade any of the Forex pairs. Right now, you can trade NQ back to the upside, but like you can only short it for 20 points. Yeah, Jason, the yen carry day. Yeah, if you guys are asking about specific prop firms, I would look at your FAQs and see what they say because every prop firm is different. Most of the ones I trade with have that 5% rule. And the primary one I trade with does have it, which is Top Step. Apex's rule is just near a limit up or down. Yeah, that's down at 18,387, which is 400 points away. It's going. Can't trade it. Right. I can go ES though. Yeah, I'll probably hand it over here to you and just let Tesla go. Here, I'll hand it over. Stop stream. Yeah. We had one 5% limit down last year for the yen, something overnight yen. But that was it. Yeah. Jason said, "Did we actually limit down then? If not, I don't think we limit down." So it wasn't like an actual limit, like a breaker limit. It was the can't trade within 2% of the limit. So yeah, I don't think we actually hit 7%. We might today. Really? How long does it shut off? Dang. Well, I am gonna go and buy a new golf bag. Tesla is just gonna trail out. I think, yeah, big candle there, last 5 minutes. So I'm gonna trail out of these Nvidia's Teslas when that happens, or I'll just let them ride if it doesn't happen. Sitting at plus 15% right now. Alrighty. Love y'all. I'll probably be in chats tomorrow, but I have a tea time in the morning. Normally don't trade Fridays. See ya.